Okay, so I was just listening to something. Now, this is nothing important. I just felt like it was something I just recently heard, which is not recent, but I was just listening to something. And it was some interview with Chris and Chris Rock, another woman. And the reason why I was hearing this interview, I didn't actually see who he was talking to, but somebody was commentating on Chris Smith and the whole thing with Will Smith and their assessment on Chris Rock just trolling people. Okay, and so it was this interview. The person that did the YouTube video didn't show the actual interview, but they played the audio of Chris Rock interviewing this lady, this brown lady. I didn't know it was a million woman march, like a million brown women. A million brown women. Like Chris Rock was talking about, because they say black. So Chris Rock said, black women, a million black women. He said, now I knew about the Million Man March, and I knew what that was supposed to be about. And Chris Rock would say, basically, stop fucking around. So I guess it may be something to do with the fatherless homes and child support, something like that. And, but anyway, he said, but a million black women, y'all all right. Okay, first of all, this is brown women's fault for continually allowing brown men to tell them their story. So I was like, I almost want to just blast him for telling somebody else their story. You don't tell me I'm all right. You don't get to say it. You don't get to say it because but I have to put most of the blame on brown women because it's all about accountability. Brown women have spent so much time focusing on the brown male that it looked like she never had problems. But see, that's the nature of the brown woman. That's why I know this constant complaint about racism and the white man is coming from the brown man. Because brown women don't really think about themselves like that. So all this stuff, when you see these brown women right now fussing about racism, they are brown male identified because brown women don't care about themselves like that. They're always putting somebody else before them. And that's not a judgment. I actually understand how that is. That's why I'm a loner. This is why I'm a loner, because I have those same traits too. That's why I stay a loner. So I can learn to put myself first because I'm like that too. So I'm not judging nobody, right? But what I'm saying is this is brown women's fault because they don't just put more attention on the brown males. They'll put more attention on the white male. They'll put more attention on the white woman. They'll put more attention on the Spanish woman, anybody besides themselves. When I say Spanish, we know they come in all complexions. But my point is, anybody but themselves. And what happens is that causes self-hate. That's why you have so many brown women that they can't get along. They don't like each other because they didn't learn to nurture them. They didn't learn to take care of themselves. So obviously, brown women gonna fight. They're gonna hate each other. They're gonna keep doing all this stuff to each other because they never learned to like themselves. And then the next brown American woman they see is their image. If they don't like themselves enough to take care of themselves and put themselves first, they gonna hate somebody else who look like them too. That's from the United States of America. But my point is, okay, so here's what I want to say though. Here's the main point. I always do this, but I'm just talking. But I didn't know brown women could keep a secret like that. I didn't hear about that. Now I know me being a quiet and a loner, but this is something that happened a long time ago. The Million Black Women March. This is something I think that happened a few years ago where I was online and I would have known about that. So the fact that they were able to keep it a secret, and and the brown woman said, well, it was what nobody really knew. And Chris Rock was saying, well, a million black women knew. Yeah, a million black women, but I didn't realize black women could keep a secret like that. That's impressive. That's impressive. Now, I know white women probably can, but then again, they do kind of, sometimes what they do kind of advertise what they're going to do, but they still get together and they stand together and unite, but everybody know what they're about to do a lot of times, but what I'm saying is that I didn't realize brown women can keep a secret like that. For a million brown women to meet up, and the reason why, see, I noticed all of this happened after 2006, after a lot of bashing that went on at the start of YouTube, and there was a lot of bashing that went on. I think that was maybe shortly after that. A lot of brown women decided they need to get together and focus on themselves. But they kept it a secret, and I didn't realize brown women can do that. Because a lot of times you can't tell a brown woman nothing because she feel like she owes it to somebody. It's almost like it's like they can't hold water. It's like they can, brown women just can't hold water. It's like they're so excited. It's like it's hard to keep a secret. It's like they're so excited to hear something different, to hear something new that they think is new, because nothing is new under the sun, but that they think is new. And it's hard to keep that secret. And especially as much as I have to say, kind of worship the brown male. That's why I have a hard time listening to a lot of brown women's videos, because she has that sacrificial energy, and I'm getting beyond that. So I can't listen to no other woman that got that sacrificial energy. No matter how much knowledge she has, somewhere she has to have this sacrifice and get on the brown male's problems and not talk about herself. That's why nobody believes that she goes through anything, because she's constantly focused on what somebody else is going through. You know? And so I can't get mad that somebody said, well, you all right. Because brown women always act like they're unbothered. I never hear nobody say they're unbothered more than I see the brown female. I'm unbothered. I don't hear nobody else say that. Let me tell you something. This white woman get in therapy, and when she bothered, she get her ass up in some therapy. Or wherever. She going to talk about her problems to somebody and get that shit out. Brown women are the only people I see that is constantly always unbothered. I've never ever seen anybody more unbothered than the brown woman. And that's why nobody believes that she ever goes through anything. And I get it. This is not a judgment. I get it. But that has to stop, because now brown women are pissed off. They had that million black woman march, meetup or whatever it was, because, and she said to Chris Rock, because we've always had our attention on the black male, and we need to put ourselves first. And I really suspect that all of this, black women started waking up to that realization, honestly, with all of the bashing that happened. I don't think black women would have kind of woken up to that and made up like that in that type of capacity had it not been for so much bashing and stuff. And not just online on YouTube, but even on the radio, even on the movies. You had actors and singers that got into it, and rappers. Right, so it got really, I guess it's still bad now. I'm not looking at any of it right now, and I think that just kind of activated brown women. I think that activated black women, and it is an inevitable split between the black man and the black woman. But who says that's a bad thing? See, who knows what force is really causing that to happen? That's why I'm not going to complain and have much of a commentary on the black man and the black woman splitting up, or the brown woman, brown male splitting up, because what force is behind that? It could be another force that's behind that. It might be for the good. So I'm not going to have too much commentary of an opinion on that, but I'm done, because I gotta go. But I just wanted to say, I did not know that brown women can keep a secret like that. That stuff is impressive to me. I feel good. And I'm not gonna do anything, because I still got work to do for myself, and I'm talking about spiritual work, because it's time to get out this loop. See, I'm somewhere else. I don't care about the pandemics. I don't care about all this other stuff that's going on, or how somebody think about me. It's like, it's time to get out the illusion, because it's almost like if I don't, my real soul is like it's in danger. So I'm more concerned about some what people call metaphysical stuff, which does matter. What is matter? I know beyond physical, but still like that. But anyway, let me not get into that. Trying to figure out what wording to say. You know what I mean. I don't feel like trying to figure out the right things to say, because it don't even freaking matter. Honestly, saying the right things all the time don't matter. I mean, I could try to be correct and be proper, but does it really matter? Is that going to really get me out of here, being correct all the time and being all proper? No. So I don't care. I'm more concerned metaphysically about myself and my soul, and I just have to be honest about that. So I just felt like saying that it's really impressive that a brown woman can meet up like that and nobody knows about it. Like nobody knew about it. Maybe some people knew, some people who were just in the know, but it wasn't out like that because I think around the time they met was still around the time I was tuned in to like YouTube and stuff and listening to a lot of brown people, a lot of brown women. You know, I don't listen to none of it now. So if I didn't even know somebody talked about Coolio. Don't laugh at me, y'all. I didn't know Coolio was dead. I heard. I don't laugh at me. That I'm telling you, I don't look at nothing. Literally. Listen, Jay-Z could be dead and I wouldn't know. And it could have been announced all over the world. But I would know because the type of work I do, I'm in people's rooms and stuff, working on them, doing therapy. And it would have been all over the news and all over TV had somebody like Jay-Z die. So I would have known about that. Same thing with the Queen. I mean, it's people that big, when they die, it's all over television. You can't get around that. And I don't watch TV. But because the kind of work I do, I'm in people's rooms who watch TV, I can't help but to see it. But had I not been doing that kind of work and just been to myself and not working at all, I wouldn't even know Jay-Z died. I'm telling you, that's how much I don't listen to nothing. Because right now, it's crucial that I concentrate on myself, on my true self. It's crucial that I stop being attached to what I believe is a physical body. It's crucial at this point. It's not a game. And it's like one day I might tell a story of what I've been through, but right now I'm not in really a mental place to even talk about it. Because here's the thing. I know that I won the war because I'm in a time loop. So the problem that I'm in a time loop is because I don't have the confidence that I won the war. And that's the major thing that I need to work on. Because I was doing a meditation yesterday, and then all of a sudden, I haven't gotten deja vu in so long. I barely get deja vu, and when I barely get deja vu, that means I'm on the right track. Because when you get a whole lot of deja vu, you're repeating a whole lot of stuff again. And so I don't like that, but I just got deja vu during the meditation, and it's like, wait a minute, I've done this before? So that means that I've already won, but I don't have the confidence in myself to know that I already won the battle. And so I'm repeating the thing again because I keep trying to, it's like you're fighting, and I'm not necessarily fighting like throwing something back at somebody else. I'm not that kind of fight. Not no physical fight. And I'm not, when it comes to magic, what people want to call magic, because magic is really imagination. It really ain't got nothing to do about all these candles and herbs and stuff. It's imagination. So magic can mean anything. A magic can mean having a thought and creating something and going to the store. You have a thought, you go to the store and you make it a reality. That could be magic right there. You don't create something physical out of what you already thought about mentally. Okay, magic is real simple. But what I'm saying is, I don't do that kind of stuff where I stoop low and try to get on their level and use all these low spirits and stuff that's gonna mess around and trap you. You keep using them like that, especially to attack somebody else. When you decide you want to really ascend like that, they want to make sure nobody ascends. They trying to hurt as many people as possible. Don't get me wrong, but the people who have used them for their deeds, people who have used them to go and attack somebody else, especially somebody else who's not even bothering them, but they use them to go attack somebody else to take their essence because they want money, stuff like that, those people are going to have it harder to break free. Not to say that they can't ever break free, but those entities are going to make sure those people never ascend, because you can't use them like that. Those entities don't want you to get above them. They don't want you to get above them. They act like they're going to give you money and all that stuff. But when you're ready to ascend, or you're ready to get out of that old way of thinking, or you're ready to move on up, they're going to fight you like nobody's business. They're going to fight you. Because, no, you ain't about to get away from me. They're going to make sure you don't get higher than they do. But anyway, the point is, I'm done. I was just so impressed about brown women, but I'm not going to do about brown women able to really keep a secret like that. I didn't know that could exist. I just really did not know that could exist. That a million brown women can get together and people don't know about that stuff. I was like, is that happened? Wow. In the United States of America, that happened. Wow. But anyway, yeah. But I'm not gonna do nothing about it. I'm not gonna try to meet up with a bunch of brown women. I'm not gonna try to do nothing about it because my priority is my soul, and my priority is like trying to get release attachment to the physical world. And when I say release attachment, I'm not really attached as far as I'm not into material things anyway. I'm very simple. I don't need a lot. I don't need a fancy car. I don't need a fancy house. So I'm not, and I don't buy a lot of clothes. So I'm not attached to the physical world in the sense of I'm materialistic, but I need to release the attachment of the fact that I still go to work. Or either way, you don't have to go to work, but you got bills to pay, so you're getting your money some kind of way, right? Even if I didn't go to work, I still have to get money to pay something, right? So the fact that you're paying money means that, okay, I'm gonna have to say it. Part of me is still dead, because people who are truly alive shouldn't pay rent. And I'm not talking about somebody who's rich and got it made. I ain't talking about that crap right there. Only the dead pay rent. Like, and this is it. I'm done after this because I really gotta go. I don't really have to go. I just want to go. But like, I was on this channel and we were like on live. I was on Zoom, and it was kind of learning to do things beyond the human ability, like manifesting food for yourself. And I'm not saying manifest in the way where somebody go buy you something. Oh, I manifested some money today. Somebody called me and said, I'm going to give you $100. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about like literally you say, you ask your higher version of yourself to put food in you, like maybe mangoes or orange juice or whatever, and then you literally taste it like that. Like that's a big part of your ego needs to be dissolved, because to be able for that to really work, it takes a lot of practice, because the ego is like that. A lot of people have been so grounded to a physical reality, thinking they need to put a fork or a spoon to their mouth in order to eat, or just need what looks like physical food when it's not really there in the first place. Right, when it's not really there in the first place. But is that the mind that holds on to that belief, the mind that holds on to that belief of extreme, and that's the density in a particular person's mind, to hold on to that belief that you need to have physical food in front of you in order to actually have food, when actually people who are not that dense in their mind, who are already advanced, already know how to say, for instance, this one person, well, look, I don't want to say the exact words, right? Because I don't want to call the person out. But, they'll say, please manifest, I forgot how they said it, but they say, please give me some water, or please give me, what else? What did this person like? This person likes most, like some juice or whatever that they like to drink, mango juice, and that you can literally taste it, or a food. You can literally the food, and you won't lose weight, and you can get all the nutrients you need. You won't lose weight because that person is more living by their spiritual self. All right, and they can taste the food and they can feel full, and they won't lose weight like that. Like some people lose weight because they still have a mindset that's stuck in the physical world where they're losing pounds and weight. But people who are more on the spiritual side and more advanced like that, they don't have to. You can still say your same size and not physically eat like that. Okay, because some people have done that and they don't lose weight. So you can go 30 days, and if you in the spirit like that, advanced in the spirit, you don't have to worry about getting super skinny. But anyway, that's it. I'm done. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get to. That's my priority right now, and it's not necessarily because of what's going on, but it's because of a particular thing that I'm dealing with. That now I realize that I'm repeating the same thing over again because I didn't know that I won the last time, and I'm just keep going it over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, and so anyway, that'll be it. I'll talk later.